Right, so that's all done. We're just going to chuck these onto our little plate. Oh, that's beautiful, look at that. We've got the bacon, peas. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Who Let the Chef Out. We're here at Donington Castle, a 13th century castle, and this place has tons and tons of history. So today we're going to be cooking a little meal here, but first we'll give you a little walk around the site and some facts and some information. And it should be quite fun, so stick with us and we'll do a little tour. I'm with my friend Tyler today, so if you see a random man follow me around, that's not a random man, that's just my friend Tyler. So don't be scared, stick with us and let's see what this place offers. Okay, so welcome to Donington Castle. This place was built by Sir Richard of Avebury, and he built this using very economical materials like flint and rubble just to keep the cost down of this castle. The castle stood to about the 17th century where it was demolished and some of the stones were used to rebuild something else, probably more modern, more of what the people needed at the time to say. So let's just have a little look at what actually remains of Donington Castle. It's actually pretty outstanding and still a very beautiful spot to be in to cook a little bit of lunch today. Still got the gates. You can see up here some sort of bird, I think it's the crows, have been making their nests up there. But just a view from this place, you can see for miles. Let's take us around the front of the castle and then we'll look at some notice boards, pick up some facts, and I'll give you some more facts about the place along the way as we go. Now, Donington Castle is located in a town called Newbury, Berkshire, England. Newbury has tons of history. This is literally just like the tip of the iceberg, but there's so much history around here. And we're very lucky to have this just a couple miles down the road from where we live. Just a beautiful, beautiful spot with tons and tons of history. Are locked here, so we can't actually go inside, but there are some details of how the place probably would have looked a long time ago. So we'll just have a little peek through the gate, show you guys what we're working with. Now, Donington Castle was just one of several castles built around this area. They were built by nobles who profited from the war in France. Sir Richard built this as a residence for his family. Wasn't intended to be a fortress. However, it did see some action. This place had a long siege held against it in 1644 with the English Civil War at the time. So as you can see, this castle's on top of a hill, and that was probably for strategic reasons. Now, from this location you could overlook a crossroads which had a major road from London down to the West Country. After the Battle of Newbury, King Charles I sent about 200 men here to build earth defences which enabled it to withstand a long siege here. So this main square we have here, outlined by the old wall, this area here would have been the Great Hall where everybody ate, and another story up on this side would have been a toilet facility, and as you can see here, in this little bit here is where all the toilet muck used to go, down into this little basin and out through that hole. It was also said that Henry VIII visited here quite frequently. Right, well, there's a few facts about the castle, a good view round. Now, like the other videos, I promised we'd be doing some cooking, so we're going to go grab some bits from the car, grab my trusty old camping stove. Tyler's going to be giving me a little hand, so that's nice, and what we're going to be doing is cooking in the Great Hall of this lovely 13th century castle. Doesn't get much cooler than that, guys, so let's get down to the car and then walk back up and do some cooking. Alright guys, so we are in the Great Hall of this 13th century castle at Donington in Newbury. Now, like I said, we're going to be doing some cooking, so we found a little spot in the Great Hall where people would have ate hundreds of years ago. It's pretty cool that Henry VIII has visited this castle. So let's just pretend we're cooking for him. Now today we've got on the royal menu, we've got sea bass, and we're going to be cooking that with some smoked bacon, some peas, some parsley and a few onions as a garnish. So let's crack on with that, shall we guys? Right, so I've used the case of my little gas camping stove as a little prep station. So I've got some onions and bits already chopped that I've done at home. We picked up a nice bit of sea bass on the way here. That's it, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we're just going to start by just giving that a nice season, especially on the skin. Not too much on the actual flesh, but we'll put lots on the skin, and what that's going to do is really get that skin dry and crispy. It's going to withdraw some of the moisture from that skin, and then we're going to cook this mainly skin side down 90% of the way. Just whilst we're cooking here, it's hard to not imagine what the kinds of food the royals would have ate here, and what kind of banquets and how vibrant this dinner hall would have been 700 years ago. Like I say, Henry VIII here, super cool. Okay, as you can see, the fish is turning white now. It's just got this like silvery little bit at the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some butter to the pan, a bit of thyme in there, let that froth up a bit, and then we're just going to flip that fish and then pretty much take it straight off from there. Give that a little taste. Get that butter in there nice and working. It's going to help release that fish. And then we're just going to give that a nice little flip. And look how crusty we've got that fish skin. Absolutely beautiful. Nice and crispy. And that is pretty much done for the fish. So we're just going to let that rest there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some nice smoky bacon to this pan. Still got the fish flavour in there. So we're going to crisp that up. Okay, so we've got that bacon nice and crispy. Rendered that fat down. I've got some chopped onions and garlic. We're just going to add to them now. We're just going to sweat those off a little bit. And then we're going to add our peas, and this will be our garnish for our sea bass. Look at that, beautiful. If you're not using smoked bacon at home, guys, there's something wrong with you. Right, so we sweated down our onion real nice and caramelised with that bacon fat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some fresh peas into the pan. We're going to saute those off a little bit. And then to finish off, we're just going to add some roughly chopped parsley. I didn't bring my knife, so I've just picked this. And we're going to toss that in there. A little sprinkle of salt, not too much because we've got the bacon in there. And then we're just going to finish off with a nice squeeze of lemon juice. And that's our garnish for the sea bass all done. So stay there and then we'll plate it up and we'll show you the final product. Right, so that's all done. We're just going to chuck these onto our little plate. Oh, that's beautiful, look at that. We've got bacon, peas, onions. We're just gonna lay our crispy fish on top, and there we have it, fish and peas with bacon garnish. Not the most spectacular dish, but it's going to be super tasty, and I'm going to sit down and enjoy this, enjoy the view, take in the castle. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, comment and like to the videos. I'm Sam, I've been your chef, your host. Thank you very much. Yes guys, whilst we was at Donington Castle today, we met this lovely couple called Kat and Matt. Kat has her own YouTube channel, it's about van life, and she loves exploring similar places that I like to go to, so historical sites, castles. I'm going to put a little post up of her channel, so check her out. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and thanks for the watch.